Welcome to day 13 of our remote learning with our math videos online. So remember, these can count for your math problems for the day. You just have to solve them before we go over the answers. Also, make sure that you pause the screen and then restart it whenever you are finished solving it. You can write these in your notebook, on a loose leaf sheet of paper, or any random paper you have around your house. Or I know my kids have their whiteboards that I sent home with you, so you can do them on there as well. All right, here we go. Here are your first two problems. You're gonna pause the video and solve. All right, so we're gonna start with 3,827 times 4. All right, so 7 times 4 is 28. So I write my 8 and I carry my 2 over to the tens column. 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 plus 2 is 10. So I write my 0, carry my 1. 8 times 4 is 32, and 32 plus 1 is 33. So I write my 3, and I carry my 3 up. And then 4 times 3 is 12, and 12 plus 3 is 15. The comma for this one's gonna go in between the hundreds and the thousands place. So what we're gonna get is 15,308. So double check your work. All right, the next one, you should have already solved this one as well. So if you didn't solve the second one, go ahead and pause the screen now and solve. But we're gonna go ahead and go over it together. So 6 times 3 is 18. Carry my 1. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 plus 1 is 25. Write my 5, carry my 2. 6 times 5 is 30. And 30 plus 2 is 32. 6 times 1 is 6. And 6 plus 3 is 9. So you should have gotten 9,258. All right, so if you got those two correct, good job. High five. Our next one is a 2 by 2 multiplication problem. So you're gonna need a little bit more space. This one is 98 times 74. So you can go ahead and pause your screen and solve. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and solve it together now. So the first thing that I like to do with a 2 by 2 is circle the first thing I'm gonna multiply by. So that's the 4. So I'm gonna circle this 4. So I know that I'm using the 4 times 98 first. So I'm gonna start here and work my way over my ones place and then my tens place, just like I did on these, right? So 4 times 8 is 32. And I carry my 3. Then I'm going to do 4 times 9, which is 36. And 36 plus 3 is 39. So I'm gonna write 39 right here. So right now I have 392. I'm gonna cross off the 3 that I used, and I'm going to cross off the 4 and like the 0 that I created. So I'm gonna drop down my 0 down here. So remember, that's like I'm taking 70 times 98, but instead of doing that, I can just drop down my 0. So I cross it out. Now I have 7 times 98. All right, so I'm gonna start with 7 times 8, which is 56. I write my 6, carry my 5, like that. And then I'm gonna take 7 times 9, which is 63. And 63 plus 5 is 68. Like that. Make sure your place values are all lined up so that when you add, that's not where you mess up. So make sure your place values are all together, and then we're going to add these together. So 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 6 is 15. Carry my 1. 3 plus 1 is 4, and 4 plus 8 is 12. carry my 1 up, and 6 plus 1 is 7. So you should have gotten 7,252. I'm gonna put my comma, and there we go. We'll move down. All right, your next one is 59 times 96. So go ahead and pause your video and solve. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to circle the 6 because that means that that's the first spot that I'm going to multiply with. So the first thing I'm going to do is take 6 times 9 in my 1's place and then 6 times 5 in my 10's place. So 6 times 9 is 54, so I'm gonna write my 4, carry my 5, and then 6 times 5 is 30, and 30 plus 5 is 35. So I can write those both down. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cross out my 5 because I used that already. And then what this makes this now is a 90 times 59. But I'm gonna just cancel out the 0 that I've created and I'm gonna bring it down here. So now what I can do is take 9 times 9 in my 1's place and 9 times 5 in my 10's place, just like I did before. So 9 times 9 is 81. I write my 1, carry my 8. 9 times 5 is 45, and 45 plus 8 is 53. So I'm gonna write my 3 and my 5. Make sure my place values are all lined up, and then I'm going to add them together for my final answer. So 4 plus 0 is 4, 5 plus 1 is 6, 3 plus 3 is 6, and 5 plus 0 is 5. All right, my comma, and I should have gotten 5,664. All right, and your last one is a word problem. Alrighty, so here it is. I'm gonna read it to you, then you can pause and solve. Make sure you write a statement, a tape diagram, and then you solve it. So this problem says, Jenna was helping Mrs. Clark plan a school-wide pizza party. Mrs. Clark said that we have 1,234 students at Caseyville Elementary, and she wants each student to have 3 pieces of pizza. How many total pieces of pizza will she need to order? So go ahead and pause and solve. All right, so the first thing I need to do is I need to find what the question is asking, and I'm going to underline it. So I know the question is, how many total pieces of pizza will she need to order? So that kind of gives you a hint that total pieces of pizza is what we're missing. And that's how I'm gonna write my statement. So we are gonna say that she will need to order blank pieces of pizza. She will need to order blank pieces of pizza. All right, now for my tape diagram, same thing that we've been doing all week for our tape diagrams. We draw the 2 boxes, and then the bottom part is the total. So right now we don't know the total. That's gonna be the total number of pieces of pizza. That's the number of pieces. And so these up here are how many students are in the school and how many pieces each kid gets. So we have each kid gets 3, and we have 1,234 students. I made up this word problem. I don't know how many kids we have at school, but that's a good number. So when I have part, I'm going to multiply. So I'm gonna multiply 1,234 times 3. So if you haven't done that yet, you didn't multiply, go ahead and pause your screen and multiply. All right, so now we're gonna solve it. So 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 plus 1 is 10. So I write my 0, carry my 1. 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 plus 1 is 7. And 3 times 1 is 3. So I should get 3,702. So that's how many total pieces of pizza she's going to need to buy. So we're gonna write that on our blank line here. So she's gonna need to order 3,702 pieces of pizza. All right, guys, that's all your math for today. I hope that I can see you all at 12 o'clock on our Google Meets. All right, see you later.